Nobody gives a F for real. And that's not true.
Exactly.
And that's not true though. And see, that's what I'm saying. The point of the matter is when we do not make a stance, how are we any different from these so-called women that y'all complain about every day? Y'all say that the good women are make excuses for the bad women and are so close to the bad women that you can't tell the difference. So as men, we gotta live and be the example and be the embodiment of that which we want. How are we calling for something that we're not willing to do? What, is it too hard to do it? What, does it require too much work? What, does it require too much stretching? Come on, man. If we men, we should be setting the standard for our communities. We should be setting the standard for our households, and we should be the ones that are the thought leaders and the ones that move and shakers and point to this direction and say, this is the way we're going, and that we're going to agree on it. However many people agree on it, and this is the standard we're going to set. Is everybody going to do it? No. However, if we come together and we set a code of conduct, if we set a standard, then at least more people will be doing it than not.
But you're setting a standard for the internet. The internet don't got standards.
That's like the cancel culture stuff. Like, you can't hold it. It's make believe.
This is Izzy. This is the internet.
Yes,
I don't care what. Okay, and I don't care what standard you set. At the end of the day, let a situation pop off. Them standards go out the window. You know why? Because it's the internet.
Exactly.
We already listen. We already know how I run in the street. Everybody know what street codes is,
well,
right?
Just because everybody jumping off a bridge don't mean you got to.
Absolutely, but guess what? Here's the thing, though. If everybody ain't on the bridge, guess who gonna jump?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all think that just because we all sit here and say we gonna build a new bridge and this is the bridge we gonna have, and you need to cross this bridge to get from A to B. Well, guess what? Niggas gonna look at that bridge and be like, man, to hell with that bridge. I'm going under it. I'm gonna blow the bridge up.
Hold on, some of them are, but at the end of the day, listen. The same way these talking points got all around the daggone world and people, and it's in everyday vernacular and everyday conversation, is the same way that if we make a decision and we make a standard and at least 10 people stand behind that standard, it's gonna move and it's gonna shake and it's gonna take notice. You know how many people out here say Nigma? And I just came up with that out of my head. You know what I mean? People I hear say, oh, Lord, a dope discussion deserve dope donations, compensation for the whatever the hell. What I'm telling you, as the end of the day, one person can make a difference. Y'all got to stop with this shit that says that you got to accept life as it's given to you. You have the right to make life how you want it to be.
Set the
and make
trends,
life
baby.
Around you.
Yeah, and I say y'all got to stop with trying to expect that people is going to follow some standard or code on the internet. That's not how it works. Because you know why? There's no real accountability. And listen, yes, you can get touched off the internet. Yes, things can happen to you off the internet. But you know how much you got to invest to make something happen? If I'll use Uda for example. By the way, what up, Uda? So if me and Uda got into a situation, you know how much investment it would take for me to have to find out where Uda at if he don't say where he at, for me to find out his real name if he don't say his real name, and then I have to actually go to the nigga to actually get some things done, unless I'm gonna send somebody to do something for him. I mean, to do something to him. That's more investment. So now we think about it like this: how many state lines, how many different laws am I willing to break to get something done to this man off the internet over words?
But you don't have to.
Talking about. But hold on, real quick. We talking about standards.
Hold on real quick. It could be. Hold on real quick, Sharon. Give me one quick second, and then because you got it, and then OG Dude was next.
I gotta join from my phone because I gotta go in the car.
Let me just say this real quick. Yo, they said the same thing about Lily Gaddis, and guess what? Lily Gaddis got the hell up out of here, at least for whatever time that she's up out of here. She thought that she was gonna be able to blackface, and she was gonna be able to get away with that and make fun and make mockery, and they said hell nah, and her ass was up out of here, so she wasn't sitting there blackfacing it. So at the end of the day, like, I hear what you're saying. You're telling me all the reasons why it won't work. But let me tell you, the people that make things happen in the world are the people that make things happen regardless of who tells them why it won't happen. They're making it happen while everybody is telling them why it can't happen. So at the end of the day, if it's just me and Sharon, if it's just Sharon, I'm with you. If it's just you and I that are coming up and saying we're going to hold the standard, we're going to make a standard, that's just what it is, bro.
I agree. I agree with that.
Go ahead, Sharon. Then OG Do Dirty, and then Udo, you got after that.
No, because you're trying to make me go against you by stealing my thunder. We was going to say the same thing. We're on the same wavelength, so I'm going to just appreciate the things that you said because I ain't going to say it better at this moment.
Hey, Sel, is that you on the Coonster? Wave in the back. Okay.
So isn't Sharon? How would y'all go about setting the standard for somebody to get out of pocket with y'all?
So first of all, I do it constantly. People constantly bring up my wife and children. I still haven't talked about people's wives and children, right? So that's one, right? So you got to be what you're talking about, and also you got to be able to defend what you're talking about, right? So I don't like Corey Holcomb. I don't like what he did with bringing wife and children in, right? I don't like that Anton be hypocritical and he talk about women and children, but still I'm defending his wife and his children, right? Regardless if I like them or somebody was talking about Corey's wife and children, if he had, I would still defend those young ladies and his wife as well, because it doesn't matter who the husband is, it doesn't matter who the father is. And my standard is that women and children are off limits, they are off limits. It doesn't matter who that man is, who the husband is, or who the father is.
But you could pull support. Listen, let's just keep it real. You can pull support. You can pull financial contribution. You can petition whatever you gotta do. Like at the end of the day, it just depends on what level of egregious behavior is happening and what level of penalty or punitive action needs to be taken. But there's definitely things, we see it all the time, that happen online against people and against people's channels. So like at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Go ahead, OG Do Dirty. What say you, good brother?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing on that, bro. Y'all talking about something way different than what I was gonna say. So,
Nah,
Sarah,
go ahead.
you go ahead and
You
gonna catch up where y'all was just said.
No, bro. Come on, man. You
I don't want to switch the comment. No, you good, bro. I'm listening, bro. I ain't about to talk on that because that's not where I was going.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go with what you want.
Y'all got it, bro. I'm listening, bro.
Okay.
Yo, give me his slot, man. I think y'all full of shit. I honestly think y'all full of shit when it comes to this, because y'all are saying that because of these two immoral guys that we're gonna do what they gonna do anyways, we have to have this standard discussion.
Yeah.
And it turns into it gets weird, because even if we come up with a standard, if another Nigma in the space does the same thing, it's gonna come back to the same. We need to set a standard, even though the standard that y'all are setting, everybody on this panel agrees with it.
No, but the problem is,
hold up. When you say agree with what?
right? Because you're not agreeing with what we're saying.
No women, no children.
Yeah, but you can't agree with it and then justify it, right? So me and Israel is not justifying what Anton did or what Corey did, right? We say
Izzy said the same thing that I said.
Both those brothers doing are wrong, and anybody else that comes up after that, they are wrong as well. And we're gonna speak about it that way if it's worthy of speaking about it, right? We say, hey, what he doing is wrong. You need to be a man and be direct with that man. When me and Izzy have problems, me and Izzy have problems with each other.
But then tomorrow, Corey Holcomb gonna be in everybody's thumbnail that don't like you. Like, y'all be promoting this nigga too. Like,
yeah, but no, hold on. So this is the misunderstanding. Just because I put him on the thumbnail and having a conversation, because if I have a conversation about this standard that women and children out of it without adding Corey Holcomb into it, y'all not gonna watch, right? So I have to put something in it where y'all will be willing to even hear the conversation out, right? And so Corey Holcomb and this whole situation is not even about really Anton and Corey Holcomb. This is really about how.
No problem. Thank you.
This is really more about how men need to get back to having some kind of a code where majority of us is going to hold. We have some principles that we are going to hold no matter what the situation is. And one of them that we are all kind of agree on is that women and children that are not involved should stay out of it. And we should hold that principle, whether we like the father or husband or not. And we could do that. We could lead other men to following that same principle, and then we could start moving the needle on degeneracy on this internet world, because it's not just the internet anymore. We got to stop acting like it's just the internet.
No. Here's the problem, bro. Again, we all overwhelmingly agree with that code. As a matter of fact, most people who watch this, even with Anton doing his little fake performance, agree that Corey stepped over the line. But we're not finna sit here and act like we don't know where it came from. So when you sit here and say, I don't care what Anton did, there was no reason for that, that's when I call bullshit. And that's not justifying what he did. Because if Anton would have shut his mouth and just minded his business afterwards, we wouldn't even be here. And that's why I don't even, the whole tyranny thing, I don't even know that situation. So it's not even worth bringing up. But this whole situation was a matter of cause and effect. And don't nobody stand with it, but we understand where it came from. That's it.
The real place it came from is that Corey was never checked when he did it to his daughter. He wasn't checked when he was doing it under Dr. Bryant's clothes. He was talking up under her clothes. When he was on Cam Newton's show, this man's been disrespectful towards women for a very long time because men do not want to hold no fucking standard. And yes, I said it on purpose. I got you. So
and see, that's why I disagree. But because when you hold on, Joey. When you say that,
hold on.
Oh, okay, go ahead. My bad.
So if we start checking it now, we could stop it from just being blatant people being disrespectful towards women and children, because a lot of people make money and lives over just being disrespectful, not even being funny. I never heard nobody recite a Corey Holcomb joke that wasn't a disrespectful joke, especially towards women and children. All his jokes that I know people recite and remember from him is something negative about some type of a female. And
he not funny. So yeah,
these things have to stop. And once we start holding a standard and people are not making money off of degeneracy, standards is going to move in a positive and productive direction.
Yeah, but here's the problem, because I've been hearing this conversation for years, and no matter how much that needle gets moved in the right direction, you can always find some content that's to the contrary. So you're always going to be having this conversation. That's what I'm telling you. No matter if you save 95% of these men out here, right? People will still be doing content on the 5% of people who are being degenerate.
So that's
why I don't respect it.
Maybe the problem is that I'm a father. I told my children to stop running around the house more than one time. It ain't gonna stop no time soon. So just because they are always gonna find a way or reason or excuse, whatever the reason is, to run in the house, should I stop saying run in the house, or should I keep on explaining and getting them to understand why they should not be running in the house? What do you think, Lou?
Wait, say that again?
I have children. They are running around in the house. Should I say that one time, and then if they keep on doing it, they say, hey, F it, and allow them just to keep running in the house and don't protect them anymore?
I'm going to mute you. I'm needing to you. Oh, who's that? Someone got some paper crumpling. Who's that? Can I mute?
Somebody.
Okay, my fault, Omni. That's somebody typed in something. Can I mute if you're not talking? Or is that you, Freeze on Lou, with all that noise?
Somebody playing with bubblegum rappers, bro.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is I'm trying to relate it to being a father. I got to tell my kids to stop doing something at least once a week. I'm not going to stop saying it because they're going to do it anyway. No, I'm going to keep on doing the right thing until they understand it, and hopefully they'll grow out of it. So when they get older, they start being in a part of the world, they understand.
So let me make sure I got this right. So the standard now is that we're going to be we're not going to talk about no more degeneracy, and anybody that's participating in degeneracy, we're going to hold them accountable, right?
That's not what we said. That's not what he said.
Okay, so what's the standard then?
The standard is no more. They're not going to allow women and children to be brought into situations that don't have nothing to do with it and nothing to do with the internet situation. That's what the standard is.
So when we having a go ahead, Udo. Go, you got it.
And I think that could be useful. Like, I think that you was making a point, Sel, that you was like, what happened with Anton's? I think it's you, right? That you said that what happened with Anton Kid in other sectors. This is like nothing when it comes to other sectors. Because I know, but let's think about those other sectors, though. I done seen the worst go down in other sectors, beef sectors and all that, bro. People, family, the kids, all of that, daycare centers and all that. So I've always been against that. You know what I'm saying? And people weaponized against me. I do all types of things to me, docs. I'm not mad at what it is, but I never weaponized against nobody, family and all that. You know what I mean? Me being from where I'm from, I just don't think so. But I think with us kind of holding a standard against something, I don't care about the naysayers. I think that we can start a culture of that. And we got to stop.
I just don't feel like
we real powerful. All of us are powerful. You know what I'm saying?
No, but here's what I'm saying, bro. There is already a culture of that.
Let me respond.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
All right.
Lou, you right, but here's my thing. I'm not one that's got the. I'm not one because Izzy, you know me. Me and you started YouTube around the same time. I don't go after people. People come after me. And I bring whatever you bring, I'm bringing back with you. But at the same time, I'm gonna go to hell with it. You see what I'm saying? So when I seen what Corey did to Anton, of course I had to pick up the mirror and look at myself because for those of y'all who've been around my show, y'all know how I get down. I don't play. But that's only because people went that level with me. When someone said that when someone said, "Oh, I know where your kids go to school at," bruh, it's up. I don't care what you're talking about. When someone get to saying something about my children, it's up. When someone get that disrespectful, it's up. We going there. You see what I'm saying? So, and in that light, that's why I'm seeing from the perspective of who gonna hold me accountable if I go there again. Because you can't tell me how to defend myself if somebody come at me or somebody come at my children. Like that one fool who said something about my son. And when I get to getting on him, everybody, man, come on, Will, that's going too far. I don't care about him or his legs. But when it come down to it, that nigga said something about my son. So you or anybody else can't come to me and tell me what I can or cannot say because I'm not asking you for a permission slip just for me to defend myself or my family.
Exactly. So, and I've seen people.
No, you're missing the point because you conflating things. And the issue of the conflict is that we're not telling that you cannot. If somebody, first of all, we are against somebody talking about your children in the first place.
Of course.
And we think that should be checked. And if you feel like you need to physically check that, it's no man up here think that you don't have the right to physically check a man for disrespecting you to that level. So nobody ever said that on this panel. What we're talking about is that way too many men in this world is comfortable for way too long bringing in women and children that have nothing to do with the situation. If we're gonna have a say and say, hey, if you want to be this tough man that you're claiming to be with me, then you need to speak directly to me. Don't add no extra sauce to it. You have a direct problem with me. Let's handle it direct. Ain't no indirect windows. And I'm using, that BS that Corey said. Oh, I was using Mika and calling her the B word to make him get some courage. Stop it. You capping. Yeah. You are a nerd, just like Anton is a nerd. Stop acting like you are some street actors, because if you really wanted to get active, you'd have got your corny self up and got active.
Right.
Let's go.
Everybody trying to act as if this man wasn't cosplaying as a street dude his whole life. This man been a comedian for 30 years or something like that. He ain't no street dude. And what he did, from him calling Mika the B word when that lady didn't do anything to him, it's foul. Him talking about Rita, foul. Him talking about that beautiful young lady, foul. Ain't no way around it.
Right. Hey, give me. Hold on, y'all. Give me.
I can end it so you can read those super chats, my brother.
Yeah.
Is that we have these conversations about black women that is overstepping their boundaries and not quiet and not feminine. He attacked 3 feminine, fit, and friendly black women. All 3 of them, right? Mika, Rita, and the young minor child. They all into fitness. They are friendly individuals. So
All right, let me read these super chats real quick, y'all, and we're gonna open it up. Appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you to everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button. That's how we know you was here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. Y'all chose to be here with me. Means the world to me, right? So shout out to Clout House. $2. Thank you, family. Said no way I'm allowing my wife to travel with a man. I know that's right. Broke. What's up, broke lifestyle? I appreciate you with the 99 cent. Thank you for sharing that 99 cent with me. I appreciate that. Shout out to J. Jermaine, my guy. What's up, man? Appreciate you. Listen, if people are online, have YouTube channels, and are content creators, guess what? It's real life. People have been doxxed, personal information exposed. So stop with the internet isn't the streets or real life. Well, we're gonna get back to that one. Shout out to that. That's a good one. But thank you again for Cloud House. Appreciate you, family. Corey, violate random women all the time, though? Question mark. Shout out to Slimmy. Slimmy says, appreciate you, bro. And for the F-bombs, I gotta roll, bro. Back to the road. I hope y'all start seeing things for what they are, I think he was trying to say, and not for the narrative that are being created. Shout out to you, Slimmy. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro. Salute to you. Shout out to Mo Love is in the building. She says support for the show. Hey, everyone. Hey, Mo Love. Y'all be like Mo Love and support the show, support the stream. I mean, shout out to Uncle B Streamer. Thank you for the $5. Said, who voted for approved, signed, and agreed to follow what random ninjas consider the man code?
Exactly.
The real man code is living like how you like. Shout out to that.
Real shit.
Be streaming $2. Thank you. Who up there living perfectly and have for life? None of us.
Nobody.
None of us. Be streaming said Nigmas trying to force their morality on others.
Facts.
I don't think so. J. Jermaine, I don't think so. J. Jermaine, $5 said, I hate to say this, but black men have a black man problem. Sorry, not sorry. Shout out to you, J. Jermaine. Be streaming, thank you again for the $2. Said, you can't talk ish and dictate how someone responds. I mean, I give you that. This is fair. It's fair. He also said $2. Most YouTubers here make money off degeneracy. Now that's
facts.
True. That's true, unfortunately, because that's the only thing that pays around here. Shout out to Be streaming $2. Said, how you gonna stop them? What you gonna do?
Serious question. What's the reaction? If Corey come out,
hold on real quick, Sarah, respect the money, brother. Shout out to the.
Oh, you went out.
What the hell? Izzy, your mic. Izzy,
I'm back here.
Mic.
Yeah, you
I thought it was me, man. I thought my phone rang.
Hey, shout out to Lie Detective $1, $5. You can't be on here disrespecting black women. They get mad when yours are disrespected. Stop crying and being a hypocrite. You get what you give. Damn.
Period.
All right, go ahead, Sal. You got the floor.
So my thing is this. So Sharon, you said he went after Mika, the wife, and the daughter. So now we're gonna set a standard, right?
You there, Sharon? You muted if you're talking, Sharon.
Sharon, you.
Well, that business, regardless of the situation, that business standard for me, regardless.
Because I'm talking about right now, though. Right now, because he went after Mika, the wife, and the daughter. We're gonna set a standard, right?
That was an example of why we should maintain this standard that me and Izzy is talking about.
Got you. But here's my thing, though, right? Where was this standard at 10 years ago when they was talking about black women, black men, and black children? Where was the standard at? Hold on, I'm not saying y'all.
That there was no StreamYard 10 years ago. What you talking? This wasn't here 10 years ago.
That's my point. My point is this: while we talking about the internet,
you talking about Corey's career.
Thank you. When we talking about the internet and the streets, you don't think that there's been standards set before and niggas have broke those standards? They forgot about them standards. They left them alone.
But he's talking about in this space on the internet though, fam.
Ain't no y'all trying to do.
Sale, are you saying just to not bother? Because look, no matter what bro, there's rules, regulations, all kind of stuff, and people break it all every day and go to prison, right? Are you saying there should not be any just because there are going to be a few criminals that are going to go against the laws and the regulations?
Look, listen, this is what I'm saying. And if your feelings get hurt, your feelings get hurt. Y'all wasting y'all damn time trying to set up a damn standard. Y'all wasting y'all time, and y'all wait, because you know why? Because as a content, and y'all should know this as content creators, I don't ask you for permission what I can and cannot create. Y'all can set the standard to say, listen, we're gonna hold Will accountable because he said something about this thing. And guess what I'm gonna do tomorrow? Oh, I pissed you off by saying something about it. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say something else about it. Like that whole thing when Corey said, or when he said to Anton, say it again. I would have said it more, and I would have put sauce on top of it. You can't tell me what I can and cannot do. Y'all wasting y'all time. You can't set standards for content creators.
Hey, Sal, you know what? It is set standards every day, right? On his show, and he holds Nigmas accountable.
There you go.
That want to be over here, right?
There you go.
Look, in the streets, we force or whatever. We hold certain standards in the streets, and you can get touched. On the internet, specifically in this space or these groups, people want to belong. They want to be around. So how you hold a standard on this internet thing is not allow people to be around. That's going against what the standard is. I agree
with you. I agree with you. So now,
but the standard thing only go but so far until it's somebody you cool with, or if this guy got money, or this guy the cool.
It only goes as far as your channel.
Exactly.
Because this whole no, it's not, because this whole conversation about standards is based on somebody else, two other people that aren't even around on this channel or really in this space for real. So
I don't think so. I need to understand.
That's the problem.
I need to understand from my brothers. I need to, because this is where I guess we're gonna have to separate the men for the boys. Are we saying that as men, we should not be speaking about anything because we don't have the power to do anything and influence any kind of new standard moving forward in life?
No. Nobody's saying that. What I'm saying, real quick, what I'm saying is that this whole standards conversation on the internet is a straight hustle, point blank, period. Because as long as you keep saying that we need to invoke a standard, you're always going to be doing content about people who are going against the standard. And then you'll use those people to say that we need to invoke a standard when there's already a standard. But the people outside that you're doing content, wait a minute, the people that you're doing content about have nothing to do with this space. So you use that to push a narrative that black men need to invoke a standard. It's this weird genjutsu that you got everybody in, and it's cap.
Hey,
because no matter how many people have a standard, you're always going to use content of that's to the contrary to push your narrative.
So if I have a health standard, right? Let's see if this logic works. If I have a health standard, should I not point out that this food is bad for you?
Yes.
This one is bad for you. This one is bad for you, and this one's bad for you. And this is why you should eat these foods, because these foods is going to help you with this, that, and the third. Should I stop talking about the food that is bad for you?
Oh, you should talk to people who
are vegan. I want to hear his logic. Should I stop talking about the food that's bad for you?
No, it's not that you shouldn't. No. But you should not also say that this is what's wrong with us and we need to get it together because of these groups of fat people. When you have all these other people, Duck, that wasn't for you, bro. That wasn't for you. That was.
I heard some Gordos in there out there. Right?
So I'm not.
It's
not that people are talking about it, right? Because I could talk about it, but there's a narrative that comes with you talking about it, and it makes it seem like there's no progress because you always find content to the contrary. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying don't talk about it, but don't paint the narrative that don't use if you're saying that black men need a better standard, you should show content of people having the standard that you're talking about instead of using content. And I don't know, I'm not saying that, I'm speaking in general, right? Instead of using content that contradicts your standard to say that we don't have any standards. That's what I'm saying. Because you could do that forever. You could do that forever.
Let me say this though. Look, see, this is the thing. You're forgetting about all of the young boys, all of the younger men that's watching this, and to see how the grown man is going to react to it. Think about something. This whole Anton, this thing is viral, bro. This thing is out of the water. It's everywhere. This is everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
And it's younger, impressionable people that are looking to see, okay, what do the grown men, what do the the Gen Xers, what do the millennials,
men move?
What do the men have to say about this? Because you know what that's gonna do? That's gonna formulate how they look at it. So if we don't say nothing, if we just be quiet, because Corey gonna just do it anyway and not say nothing, it's like, nah, bro. We letting Corey and degenerates like that
and
win.
Anton. Hold on for a second. Let me just add that. No, we're not. Hold on, real quick.
You're gaslighting what I'm saying. No, because you are gaslighting what I'm saying, bro. You are gaslighting what I'm saying because I didn't say don't talk about it.
Hold on. Okay, free zone. Hold on for a second, bro. Like, you're gonna respect the channel. That's what you're going to do, right? So hold on for a second. Stand down for a second. Yo, again, I'm not gaslighting anything. Corey has a point that stands separate from your point. The point that he's making is that, listen, above and beyond, there's younger people that's looking at the interaction. It's because it's viral, it's popular. And they're saying, hey, look, if it's okay for them to do that, and that's honestly, that's one of the major issues that I had with what Anton is saying, because Anton pedestalizes himself as the standard. And he's making it seem like how he moves is above the fray. So because of that, and he's successful, that puts a bigger situation on him and makes it even worse. And that's why I'm speaking up so adamantly against it. So that's a point that you have to acknowledge, a free zone that stands alone from your point. But you got it. Go ahead.
Can I disagree with you?
I completely acknowledge that. I acknowledge that point. It's just different from what I'm saying because
I got you.
You said, like, I'm not saying that none of this stuff can't be talked about. So go ahead, Sal. Go ahead.
So this is where I disagree with you at, right? Because when it comes down to it, who's gonna step to Izzy and tell Izzy about his stuff, and is Izzy gonna listen? You see what I'm saying?
Well, everybody. What you mean?
No, but this Izzy.
Everybody that disagree with Izzy say what they say.
Listen to what I'm saying for just a second, right? Because don't forget, and I'm not trying to rehash it, but don't forget, when it comes down to it, can't nobody come over here and tell you how to run your channel. But if I come over here and I be like, Izzy, you wrong for doing that on your channel, what would be your response?
Don't tell me what to do.
No, hold on real quick. It depends on how you came about it in the method that you came about it, because I've been checked and I've been humbled on my channel several times where I'm like, you know what, bros, y'all are right. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that several times, bro. Yeah, so it just depends on the way. It depends on the way that it was brought about, to be honest.
But so now people who you have rapport with, they could come to you and they could bring something to you and be like, hey, yo, Izzy, check A, and you be like, all right, cool, yeah, I see what you're talking about with check A. Oh, no problem. But if I'm just a nigga from the chat and I hit the link and I come up here, yeah, you was wrong about A. First of all, who is you? You ain't telling me what to do on my channel. You know how I know it's true? Because everybody does it. That's what I'm saying. This whole ideal. I'm not saying that this standard that y'all want to set is bad. I'm saying that it's going to work for your channels and for the people who you are cool with. But here's also the problem. Ain't no friends on the internet. We know that. We know that people's subscribers is shared amongst each other. So you can have that standard on your channel. Just don't expect that standard to be transitioned or shared over with someone else. And then if you try to make content about them, because I'm gonna be honest, if I go that route, and y'all done seen I done been down that route. Well, somebody get to doing something, and I'll be like, okay, cool. 9 circles, I'm going to hell. I don't want to hear what nobody got to say. I gave niggas warning, gave niggas time to apologize, gave me even a time limit to do so. But even when they didn't want to follow by that, then I'm gonna do what I do. I don't care what nobody got to say. I don't care what live stream you fire up. I don't care what video you put up.
Well, Sel, let me interject because that's not really true. I've brokered peace with you and 2 other people, bro. I've literally brokered peace with you specifically and 2 other content creators, right?
And watch this.
Go ahead.
And watch this. Just a few weeks ago, I can send you the clip from their stream where they're the ones that went against it. So again, this standard, that piece that you brokered, which was great. You know how long it lasted? Just a couple of days afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's been mentioned over and over and over and over. And my thing is just like, all right, cool, great. Like ignorant stupid ass in the chat talking about some sale is a doxer. I don't dox nobody. If you put it out there on the internet, guess what? It ain't private.
But that is doc. Come on, Sel.
That's not doxing. That's not doc. Izzy.
And you can find hold on. No, you stop for a second. Let me finish my statement. You can find out, you know as well as I do. You can find out you lying. You can find out nothing. Okay, well then let me finish my statement then, since you don't know nothing. You can find, let me tell you, Sal, you can find out anything you want on the internet. It's all on the internet. So at the end of the day, you know that if a person is not displaying this particular information on their channel or about themselves, when you reveal it, that literally is doxing. Go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet. See, that's what
doxing is private. Doxing is a private matter, bro.
No. See, my thing
doxing is a private matter, bro.
Thank you.
But listen, hold on. Stop. Nothing is private in the information age. Y'all need to stop the BS, man. Y'all need to stop the BS.
No. There are a lot of things that are private. What you mean?
There's no such thing as privacy in the information age. Stop it, bro.
First of all, okay, let's talk about the whole standard of doxing. So I'm glad that we're here, right? Because everybody's against doxing. Cool, no problem. But here's the thing, though, right? What is doxing? Everybody always trying to throw out what's doxing. If you standing in front of your house and you post a picture you on the internet with your address on, is it doxing? Anybody can answer that.
Searching for and publishing private or identifying information for about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent.
Absolutely. And there's 5 forms of identification that can be considered doxing. It's all across the United States of America. But if you post a picture of yourself outside yourself, exactly, GOAT, you doxed yourself. So
you don't have a malicious intent on yourself.
Absolutely. So now you would have to come to me and be like, Cellulite dox this person. All right, cool. What was the malicious intent behind it? What was the malicious intent behind me so-called putting out information? Like everybody wanted to say it was wrong for
expose them.
Hold up. Everybody wanted to say it was wrong for me to pull up that article about that boy that put hands on his wife that was the Olympic gold medalist. My thing is this: you can't say I doxed him when his wife is the one that wrote the article. Miss me with it. I don't want to hear that.
If you publish if you showed a public something that was in the newspaper, that's different.
Okay, then. So what we talking about? What we talking about then?
But if you're trying to expose somebody, Sale, if you're trying to expose them because y'all didn't got into it, whatnot, that's where the malicious intent comes from, bro.
Thank you. Now let's talk about malicious intent on the internet when people are doing stuff on YouTube and people not being held accountable for it. I done seen it plenty of times on YouTube, and YouTube won't even do nothing about it. Where it comes down to it that people are using exposing as a selling point to get views, cash apps, and super chats. And what happens? No one wants to come up with any type of standard because guess what? When it happens to them, they be ready to go to hell too. So miss me with that standard, man.
So what is it?
Wait, hold on. No, I can't let them get away with that. We're literally trying to come up with a standard right now, and y'all literally are fighting back and pushing back. We're literally speaking against the very thing that you're saying that people don't need to do. What are you talking about?
What I'm speaking, what I'm giving pushback is that this standard that y'all are trying to come up with, I'm pretty sure in more ways than one, it's been formulated, it's been drafted, blueprinted. They didn't talked about it, they didn't have discussions about it, backdoor conversations, everything, and none of it stuck. So you wasting your time. You expecting people on the internet to behave a certain type of way just because of how you look at a situation.
Hey, listen, if you wanna stay in a non-standard as internet, that's fine. You could do what you want, and you're gonna get whatever it is that you're gonna get for it, right? But me personally, if you want to maintain your non-standard internet, fine. That is up to you. You could go ahead and do your non-standard. So you can have every excuse to go to your 9 chambers, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do when you decide to do it. Me personally, I'm going to maintain my standard whether you do it or not, because my standard has nothing to actually do with you. That's why I'm able to defend Anton's wife and his daughter, because my standard had nothing to do with actually Anton. Like I said, my standard had nothing to do with who she married and who that young girl's father is. I have a principle that I do not believe women and children, soft targets, should be targets in the public. That's my standard. I don't care what you, Free Zone Lou, or anybody else say, because y'all are not my standard, clearly, right? Because y'all want to fight against it. Y'all want to have it free range, and y'all want anybody to do whatever they want just so you can have the excuse to do whatever you want.
They not saying
Gotcha.
I'm not moving that way because I'm a man. I'm going to stand on my. I'm going to stand on the standard that I see fit.
They talking about the level of this standard.
Moving in that standard, regardless if all you men gave up on manhood. It is what it is.
Got you. But
Okay,
here's
give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Give me one quick second. Shout out to the lie detector, $5. Said you can't be here. Okay, I read that one. Give me 1 second, y'all. I apologize. Shout out to L Nix. L Nix, appreciate the $5. Said that's why I rock with Corey. I seen him set standards and apply rules to people on his channel that most people allow, then complain about. He don't play. Shout out to that, L Nix. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Be Streaming. Said the people, the viewers, love degeneracy. Yes, they do, unfortunately. Shout out to Be Streaming, $2. Said me and other creators, like to say, highest viewed show about JP. Oh Lord, but that's not my highest viewed show. But shout out to that. Shout out to the Voice of Venus. Hey sis. Shout out to Quantavious Lamont. What's up, family? Izzy. Well, let's talk about it. Shout out to that. Taste of Caramel said one of the first things Izzy suggested was that you men get together and come up with a code you all could agree to, at least, and hold to each other to in each one of y'all channels. That's a fact. Shout out to Umpy Shrimp. Thank you for the $5. Doxing is the act of publicly revealing personal information about someone without their consent, often online. Shout out to that. Thank you very much to the 5 gifted memberships by my man, Chicago Rilla. If you got a membership from Chicago Rilla, make sure you thank them. Make sure you keep it up. Thank you very much to everybody who supported the show, Sports Stream. Shout out to our sister, Mind Chaos Brew. Oh, Lie Detector First said, if someone uses the information you made available as a content creator to create harm, you can be held liable. Oh, man. Shout out to Mind Chaos Brew. Thank you. Doxing is
PII.
People.
Okay. Bank account, credit information, anything that is on public entities is not PII. PII cannot be published legally from the EG. Okay. But listen, you just said people's credit information, people's tax information, all different types of stuff, didn't you say?
Social Security.
Yep.
Identification, like your ID, like your driver's license. Bank account,
right?
Employment, tax information. That's the 5 forms.
Well, bank account is not public information, is it?
If I get your routing number and I get your checking number and I post it, or if I get